I have not been shy on shitting on AI. It is a very easy thing to do. You know, you pull down your pants and start pooping on it. That's how you do it. Combine that with the fact that AI is pretty much shoved down your throat at any corner in this world. Companies really want you to just gobble up every AI product they pump out. Like, I'm trying to order food. Hey, here's this AI assistant. What the fuck do I need an AI assistant for by ordering food? You think I'm this lobotomized? Do they think we're like the humans from WALL-E that can't even walk on their own anymore? Like, dude, I take the exact order every single time. You think I'm gonna switch that up because the AI robot says, the popcorn milkshake is actually better than the Oreo one? Fuck no, it's not. Anyway, like I said, AI is pretty much implemented everywhere. And, of course, with that, it is also implemented in the gaming industry, mostly by companies like EA, where you would expect, yeah, the company that is notorious for releasing low-effort slap game that is a copy-paste version of the game they released before, just like, obviously those companies will use AI, you know, they will do anything in their power to spend less money to make more money. And while I do think there's a huge environmental aspect and ethical aspect that is like the most talked about topic for AI, you know, the ethical concerns of AI legitimately being trained on data that don't belong to the company. They straight up just stole that from the original artists. There is actually good ways to implement AI, like for example, how Arc Raiders did it. While I still don't think that AI in general is a good thing in the gaming industry, I gotta give credit where credit is due. They did it in a way that is very good, because they have AI voices, but from everything I know, they not only hired voice actors to train these AI voices, the voice actors got paid for recording the lines and for the training, and as far as I know, they also get paid every time the AI voice is used in a new way, so it's actually like ethical, right? But still, even in that case, most people don't like AI, and me included. I think it is a very bad practice and just leads to a blockade of creativity in the gaming industry. Anyway, a take was recently published on my favorite platform, Twitter, that led to a little bit of an uproar in the gaming industry and even a Valve employee getting involved. I feel like that is just beneath what Valve should do, but the take was Steam and all digital marketplaces need to drop the made with AI label. It doesn't matter anymore. And I have to say, such a statement can only come from a person that wants to actively replace people in the workforce with AI, but does not want the public scrutiny that comes with this exact action. And this is my personal opinion on this. I know white men giving take on the internet, crazy concept. I not only think there should be an AI-made label, I think there should be an explanation on how the AI was used, because I don't want to play a game where a developer was directly replaced with AI, because guess what? Once this starts, it will immediately, I guarantee you, cascade into more people being replaced by AI, because the people at the top, they want to make more money, and one way of doing that is saving money, and AI saves the money. And this will lead to not only less creativity in a space where creativity is the driving force, but also if everybody at the lower level is replaced by AI and the top level retires, that is actively giving instructions to the AI on how to do what, who is going to control the AI? Because there is no lower level anymore that can now replace the top level. Anyway, going back to the label, Tim Sweeney, the CEO of Epic, chimed in on the conversation saying, agreed, the AI tag is relevant to art exhibits for authorship disclosure and to digital content licensing marketplaces where buyers need to understand the right situation. It makes no sense for game stores where AI will be involved in nearly all future production. First off, wrong statement. Companies like Nintendo, I assume From Software, the people behind Baldur's Gate, there's a lot of people that came out that said, yeah, we are not using AI. It harms creativity. We are not using that shit. That is a terrible influence on the entire industry. And while I won't deny the fact that 100% AAA companies will start using AI, especially to replace workforce so they don't have to pay as much money, I expect Ubisoft, Activision, and EA, you know, the big three of sloppy bullshit, the 7 deadly sins with 4 missing, these will start using AI, and especially with the goal to replace people. I don't doubt that at all, but the majority of the companies won't use it in a nefarious way, 100%. So I think it is important to label it and say how you implemented it so people can decide, hey, is this something that I want to support? Because in the end, the creation of a game is a form of art. so the customer should know how it was created. And Mr. Sweeney, not to come too close to you personally, but did you drink some form of stupid juice? People are asking for this label. People want this label. What is bad about giving information to your customers? A perfect real-life example would be, hey, is this shirt made with child labor? Because then I'm obviously going to buy it. I would want to know if the stuff that I buy is produced by using cheap child labor, because then I'm just not going to buy it because I don't support the practice behind it. That's such an easy concept to understand, but Mr. CEO here doesn't understand that. And for some reason, Mr. Tim got really butthurt about it, responding to another comment saying, "No, Tim, the customer deserved to know," with Gabe being blinked the fuck out, and him saying, "Why stop at AI use? We could have mandatory disclosure for what shampoo brand the developer uses." Man, I don't know if you understand the difference between AI that actively harms the industry and some guy being smelly in the basement. Matter of fact, I would like to know that my developer doesn't shower at this point, because these motherfuckers should be making games. Actually, please shower. Actually, now I think about it, please take a shower. Still, what he is saying is entirely different on the impact on the game. If a developer showers or not, I don't think that actually directly translates into the game. The effect of AI directly impacts the game. Maybe if there's somebody out there that has not showered in like 10 years and as soon as he opens the door, it is the equivalent of a fart nuke, maybe then, that should be a disclosure. On the other hand, it's not even his platform. Tim is complaining about Steam giving information to the users. Steam, notorious for giving users information about everything. Like, for example, kernel level anti-cheat, third-party user changes, third-party launches. Steam gives information to the user. And Tim, that's a truth nuke right here that you're probably not ready for. That's the reason why Steam is better, because they care about the customers and they don't just see every customer as a little piggy bank they gotta squeeze the maximum amount of money out of so they can maximize profit for their investors. And then a Valve employee even responded to the comments, which is like the equivalent to finding a Reddit mod or Discord mod out of their mom's basement, saying, "This is like saying food products shouldn't have their ingredients list. Consumers should have the information to decide if they want to buy something or not depending on its content. The only people afraid of this are the ones that know their product is low effort. Would love to know if your clothes or coffee are produced using child labor, or if the material is organically produced, or if your car engine has a certain type of technicalities. That should be visible to everyone so consumers can make an educated choice, not an opaque one." Now, I don't know what that mystery word opaque means. I'm not going to look it up. I just trust the Valve employee in this case to be right. And this is why I make this video, because it is a really terrible look from Tim Sweeney, the person behind Epic Games, a very big competitor to Steam, saying, "Hey, I want to disclose information." And this might be some conspiracy theory. You might call me a little bit of a tinfoil head with this one. Why would you want to disclose information from the customer if not with the intent to hide nefarious work that is going on in the back? There's no reason to hide this type of information. And also, it's not your platform. If Steam decides to implement stuff that gives more clarity to the customer, why are you mad about this? Besides, you not wanting to do this and you trying to hide stuff from your customers and now feeling forced that you have to implement this as well to keep up with Steam. Hey man, just be a good Samaritan and decide, hey, maybe I should be honest about what I do. Anyways, goodbye.